In this episode of the JSP Show, we're talking actions in Photoshop. Hey guys, what's up? It's Johnny here, and welcome to another episode of the JSP Show. And as always, I'm super pumped to be here. And this week on the show, we are talking about actions in Photoshop. Now, if you don't know what actions are, they're kind of like presets. So it's something you set up, and one click Photoshop will do an action for you. It'll do something for you. The example I'm going to use today is just a simple one, but it's going to show you how to use actions. I'm going to add my watermark to my image. Before I get started, check out the link below and you'll get some of my favorite actions there in Photoshop for free. So make sure you grab those. Awesome. All right, let's get into it. So the first thing is, where do we find the actions panel? So on my setup here, because Photoshop is so customizable in the interface, you may not be able to see this. So this is where my action panel is. It's right here. If you can't see that, head on up to Windows, click on Actions, and that will reveal where your actions panel is. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I just want to show you, there's a couple of different modes. So I've got the default ones loaded up here. So my favorite mode to use actions is actually the button mode. So this is how I would normally view my actions. But when I'm going to create an action, I need to be in the other mode. So the button mode is really, really nice. And you can see these are some built-in ones that Photoshop's got here already. That's really, really nice. There's so many things you can do with actions. There's so much fun once you start getting into it. And there's lots of free ones out on the web, including mine. So make sure you pick them up. So this is the mode I like to use. So there's things like, let's do custom RGB grayscale and just go OK. So it's just done a simple black and white there. And you can see with one click, you haven't had to dig around and find where that adjustment is. So I'm just going to undo that now. And there's a couple of things I need to undo there. Back to this lovely image of the Warrawai Conservation Lands there. It was a wicked, check this out anyway. Check this out, man. How wicked's that? Awesome. All right, so back to the actions panel. So this is the way I like to use the actions panel in the button mode. And you can see it's just one click Photoshop goodness. All right, but I'm going to untick the button mode because we want to go back to this normal mode here. And this is what I want to do, okay? The first thing I'm going to do is hit the play button. Oh, that's not what I want to do. I don't want to hit the play button. I know what's going on here. First thing I want to do is hit the little page fold up button to create a new action, okay? And I'm going to call this one watermark. Really simple action. Next thing, and you can tell it, you can have sets too. So say you can actually see this folder. If I clicked on that folder there, I could create my own custom set. I could call it Johnny's favorite actions, and it's just like a folder where you store all your actions in. And, because once you start using this, you're going to end up with 50 or 100 of these things. They're just so awesome. All right, so I'm going to go record. Okay, so now everything I do in Photoshop is being recorded into my new action. So this is going to be quite a simple one, guys, okay? So I'm just going to grab a PNG here I've got on my watermark. I'm just going to drop it in the corner there. Now I'm going to move it down the bottom right corner like this. And then I'm going to lower the opacity on this layer till around, something like that. That looks pretty good. And I'm just going to hit the enter key to get rid of free transform. And then I'm going to go stop. And that's it. I've just created my first action. So let's try it out. So I'm going to go back to button mode there. And I'm going to undo the last thing I did. So I'm going to delete this layer here. Yes, I'd like to delete that. And then I'm going to hit my watermark button. And boom, there it is. It's done. So you can see, with just a matter of seconds, I've set up a quick, and this is, by the way, guys, this is a really basic thing you can do. You can do multi different tasks in Photoshop and record them into one action and have that happen in one click. And that's where actions become super, super important, where you've got, 10 different steps, and Photoshop will just run through those and do them all with one click, which is absolutely awesome. So check out actions, guys. I absolutely love actions in Photoshop. Grab my free actions, and we'll catch you next week. Have a great week. Peace.